This is a video about how to find the density of object number 3. So the first thing we need to do, just like our other two objects, is start with our description. So if you look, you might have a hard time telling, but this object appears to be made of what? Okay, it does appear to be made of wood, but we can't say that. We just want to describe its physical properties. So we might say things like light brown. This one's a little bit rough. It's not as smooth as the other blocks. And it's got little lines in it, and those are called grains. So I'm going to write grainy. Okay, and then the next thing we need to do is weigh our block. So if you look, my scale's been reset. Everything's at 0. But if you look over here, my 0 is a little bit messed up. So I want to try and recalibrate so that we're getting an accurate reading on our scale. And I'm doing this, there's a little knob right back here. By turning it one way or another, that recalibrates whether it's at 0 or not. So you can see I actually started turning it the wrong way. Okay, so we'll turn it the other way. There we go. Getting better. All right, a little bit more. All right, so now we're back at 0 and we can weigh our object. So we place it on our triple beam balance. And we're going to start, you can see it's not at 0. We want to balance it out. We're going to start at 100s. 100, obviously too heavy. We move it back to 0. 10. Little bit too heavy. Okay, so now we're actually going to move 10 back to 0. And now we're just going to use our 1s. So we're going to move this over. Not quite there. All right. A little bit more, maybe one more line. One more. Perfect. Okay, so now if we look at our weights, you're going to have to write down your answer this time. You've got 0 in the hundreds, 0 in the tens. Then we look at our ones. We are at, let me see if I can make this clearer for you. There we go. 9. And this would be, oops, sorry, it was back here. This would be 9.5. So we're a couple lines past that. So this would be 9.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this weighs 9.8 grams. Okay, and you want to write down your mass right here. I'm not going to write it down this time for you because I want you to write it on your own. Again, this weighs 9 point, this would be 5, 6, 7, 8 grams. Okay, next we need to find the volume of our cube. So we go to our graduated cylinder. We're going to pour up to 100. Turn so I can see it better. A little bit more. Perfect. Okay, so our initial volume is 100 milliliters. We're going to take our cube, and this time we'll be able to drop it in. Okay, now if you notice, my cube isn't all the way under the water. To get the volume of the whole cube, I'm going to have to take my pen or pencil and just push it a little bit under and then take my reading. Okay, so I see 110, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so we want to write this down. We go back to our volume. We said our initial volume was 100 and our final volume was 116. Remember, we subtract. You're going to write your answer right here. And then you're going to take this answer and move it into the object volume. Okay, this one you're kind of doing on your own. So you should have your mass, you should have your volume, and now you need to do your mass divided by your volume. And then you're going to want to write your answer for density in that column. And that's how you find the density for object number 3.